Hebrews 13 begins with this. It says, "Keep on loving one another as brothers and sisters." Well, that seems easy enough, but is it? Do Christians do a good job of keeping on loving one another as brothers and sisters with bonds that are as strong as, or perhaps even stronger than, the bonds of siblings? Do we? Now, consider the context of this verse. Hebrews 13:1 is among various calls to orthodoxy and orthopraxy. It's among calls to believe right and act right, among calls to superior conduct. And in the midst of all these calls to believe right and act right, we have this reminder: keep on loving one another as brothers and sisters. There's a lot of buzz these days around cancel culture. There is a segment of our society that seeks to squash the voices of their opposition, to cancel those who hold other ideas or perspectives. It's a real thing with real power, like the power of those that control social media and such. Celebrities are canceled. Corporate leaders are canceled. Common folks like us are canceled. Anyone been canceled lately? Remarkably, even the POTUS, the President of the United States, gets canceled. But they didn't recently invent cancel culture. Cancel culture is no recent phenomena. Cancel culture has been around for centuries, perfected by the likes of us religious people. Christians have been canceling others and each other since the beginning. Now, we are called to superior conduct in our worship of God and our service to one another, but we so easily pervert these pursuits into becoming heretic hunters and holiness police. It's just a few verses back at the end of Hebrews 12 where we read that God is the judge of all. But we so easily put ourselves in God's place as judge. Has anyone been canceled by a Christian? Condemned by a believer? Well, I know I have. Condemned before I came to faith a time or two. Canceled from time to time since coming to faith by others who considered themselves more in the right or in the know. I get canceled from time to time by Christians to this very day. As a pastor, a shepherd of God's flock. Sometimes sheep bite. Let's heed God's call, pursuing holiness through our conduct, all the while as we keep on loving one another as brothers and sisters. Let's give each other room, extending grace far more than pronouncing judgment. Keep on loving one another. By loving one another, perhaps we can be the uncancel culture, the restoration culture. Keep on loving one another.